Hello, 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 my little ponies, and welcome to a nice, thrilling, probably relaxing episode of Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. In today's episode, things, stuff, and excitement. So something interesting was brought up during a book club today. So my apartment building has cameras in like the hallways and stuff, in the public areas.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of accepted it, like whatever, you know, security can see like who goes where and when. It is kind of
one last push. Show them what
it is a
we're
bit
made of.
uncomfortable to know that like someone would be able to tell
Your
us like,
amazing
oh,
feats
you had
grow
like
ever more
your friend
impressive.
came in at like 4 p.m. and didn't leave until 4:02 the next day. They were technically there for 24 hours. You know. So it's like a crime happens and it's like, oh, no, we can see that you went out from like 11 p.m. to like 11:30 right when the crime happened.
Hold back just a
So we
little.
can tell the police that you don't actually have an alibi.
Anybody hurt?
And it's like, you know, there's always just been that little feeling that they could do that. Not necessarily that they would, but, you know, like they could. I was just
Okay.
kind of... But apparently, that's not it. Because apparently, it's not just video. Apparently, it's also audio. They can hear people in the hallways.
Okay.
Like, yeah, the hallways are supposed to be public places, and like if someone's talking in the hallway, you can probably hear it from the
Make
nearest
way.
apartment. Anyway, because the doors
Time to
aren't so
relax and have a
soundproof.
drink. Huh?
Like, there've been a lot of times where I've just heard people having conversations just outside my door.
Okay.
But, like, I was never informed, officially, that the cameras would pick up voice,
I
that
hope
the
it's something
cameras
good.
could pick up audio. And that,
Oh.
like, that kind of feels like a bit of a breach of, like, privacy. Like, you see a camera and it's like, okay, sure, they can see me. Sure, public place, cameras are very visible. Sure, they can see me, okay. Oh, they can also hear you. They're also listening to what you say.
You can't catch me unawares.
So, and it's like, if I'm there, like, in the hallway having a conversation with someone, like, I don't like the idea that they can, like, pull up, it's like, oh, well, see,
Victory
you
is
said this
ours.
thing, like, 3
Well
years
done.
ago that technically goes against, like, what we want for, right? Like, oh, well, you said this 3 years ago, and that goes against, like, the contract, so blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I was saying that as a joke. I don't know. I don't think that you were saying it as a joke, so I'm going to pretend you're taking it seriously. And that all led me to another thought. So, imagine, if you will, Zara, if
Yeah.
we're able to find either a house or an apartment, either way, how low would the rent have to be to accept it, where in exchange for such low rent,
Watching a campfire is just
there
so
are
calming.
cameras with audio and video recording in every room of the apartment except the bathroom. Obviously, except the
Oh, they would need to pay me to live there. Because that's a voyeur house.
Well, what did you get? Let me see. Show me at once.
Yeah, I would need to be paid to live there.
Okay, but how much would you have to be paid?
I would say enough to make a living. As in, I wouldn't have to work otherwise.
Your full-time job is living.
Yes.
Like, oh, what do you do for work? I live in an apartment. That's my job.
Stay focused.
Yes.
I feel like for the most part, people would get really bored watching
You really
me.
think you can take me? Really?
I do want to make a comment about something though. I mean, I think these days, if there's a security camera, the assumption should be that it can also record audio.
Now.
Unless the camera is like so far away, like say in a grocery store and it's like ceiling mounted, yeah, I wouldn't expect that to have audio. But if it's like in an apartment building, I would think the expectation would be that if there's a camera, it's also recording audio. However, where I would have concern then is the mic for the camera strong enough that it actually can pick up audio from inside the nearest apartment.
See,
then
that
I
was
would have a
something
problem
that I
with
was also concerned about. Like I could hear people, like, I could just be sitting in bed or lying in bed, and I just hear people talking either out, like, on the street outside, or out in the hallway. And so, like, if I'm, like, doing these recordings, and I talk slightly louder than I usually do to do the recordings, instead of turning the mic sensitivity up, I just talk a bit louder. But, like, could someone just, like, stand outside my apartment and just listen to everything I say? If I were to say something against, like, you know, the building or whatever, if I were to voice a complaint that I have, could someone just be standing outside my apartment or standing outside my window and just record it?
No, that would be a violation of privacy laws.
What'd you get?
But, like, if there was, say, a camera outside my apartment that just picks up basically everything I say, and is being recorded for its own security purposes,
then yes, that's still a violation of your privacy. If they try to take action against you just for things that you have said, from a source that would be illegal for them to get the recording from, yeah, that's...
Because, and so I can say it. I feel like I can say it now because, like, the odds that... Like, the odds that the housing would find out about... would find out about this from me saying it here and wouldn't already know about it are extremely slim to none. So, in the meetup place, there are 2 windows there in the hallway, because, yeah, the meetup is basically in the hallway just outside the elevator. So if you come up to that floor from the elevator, you will definitely see it. It's right in front of you. And there are 2 windows there that are always closed, locked, quote-unquote locked, you know, window latch, whatever. But also, you know that little bar that the windows have so you can, like, roll it? Or, like, open and close it? The, thing you spin around?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, that's been taken off the windows.
So the windows are not capable of being opened.
Well, it's not expected that they will be capable of being opened, correct.
Okay.
So, one, what would your thoughts be as to why someone would do that for an apartment? Hallway windows.
What floor is the room on?
3rd floor.
Yeah, I think you can already think of the reason why.
I was not
You
holding
picked a
down
fight
that
with the
button.
wrong god. Better luck next time.
That was weird. So, like, the thought that people have is either A, to make sure that children can't open it and get out, B, to make sure that people can't open it and commit suicide. Both of those seem not so likely because the window only opens maybe 4 inches.
Let me see.
Sorry,
Show me at once.
The window opens, like, the bottom is the part that leaves the frame. Sometimes windows, like, the left side goes out and the right is a hinge. In this window, like, the top is the hinge and the bottom leaves. It's like, if someone was a really, really thin kid, it could be possible that they could open it enough and get out. But otherwise, that doesn't seem so likely. My thought to it was that someone doesn't just, like, open the windows and leave them open, like, in winter, and then the cold gets in and the pipe stays.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
So those are the theories that we have. Would you have any other
Your
theories as
amazing
to why?
feats grow ever more impressive.
Like, someone
No,
might
that
think rain, but since the hinge is on the top, rain doesn't get in the window. But yeah, so probably one of those three then.
Come on, sunshine, keep up!
However,
Don't be so rash. Have you never heard the phrase
So,
waste makes waste?
on one of the first meetings, it was like swelteringly
Alright,
hot
let's
in
get
there.
this
Like,
party started!
with 4 of us in there, and it's already kept warm inside, and it's summer. Like it was hotter inside than it was outside, and that's not even accounting for the wind chill. Like, it was hot. So someone suggested, hey, maybe you should just, like, take some pliers and just open the window yourself. So I took some pliers, and I've been opening the window for the meetings.
Okay.
I get there first, I sit right next to the window,
Anybody hurt?
and I just take out my pliers, open it up,
What'd you get?
and then when the meeting is over, I close the window and, like, latch it
I'm gonna
again.
swipe it. Promise.
And there's, like, a running joke whenever anyone, like, mentions, like, the pliers or whatever, that, oh, shh. Oh, they'll hear you talking about it. But consider that people who have worked for Wood Buffalo, like, we haven't directly admitted to them that, oh yeah, we open up the window.
Dodge this!
But, you know, people who work, like, here, people who work for the building do come by sometimes, and surely they would notice the window is open and the area is not as hot as the rest
Appreciate
of the
it.
hallway. And of course,
So that hasn't
there
been
are
an
two,
issue yet.
and there are 2 security cameras there that, if they're listening to us, have clearly heard and possibly even seen, like, that I've opened the windows. So I'm going to go off of the assumption that I'm fully allowed to do so,
Keep it up.
with the idea that, you know, if I can't do it responsibly, that they're going to get upset. That's the thought that I have for it currently.
Yeah.
That seems fair to
Yeah,
me.
I get it.
So tired. Aren't you? Oh, yes. You must be exhausted.
And like, hey, if they don't want me to do it, they could say something.
Sure.
But I mean, it's probably fine. And frankly, if it is going to be, if the idea is to just keep it so incredibly hot in there that none of us can really live, this little meeting area idea of theirs is not going to last very long.
Agreed.
Because it's mostly old ladies and me.
Stay focused. I will be your opponent. Show some gratitude.
Yeah, we're trying to get a bit more advertising done, a little bit more word of mouth.
You know,
Get more
there
people
is...
to come by.
I am now thinking of a potential 4th reason now.
Oh.
Like you said, it's mostly old ladies and
Behold
you.
the might
So
of
that
a
means
god.
that for the vast majority of the residents there who would make use of the space, are probably might, you know, strain or overexert themselves opening them up normally if the handle was there. Because I know that like those sorts of like turn handle things to open the window, they tend to require actually quite a bit of force to actually open and
Like,
close.
that's the same, like, handles things that we have in our own apartments.
Yes. where technically speaking, those are private spaces. But in the public space, the building is liable for if anyone gets injured trying to open or close them.
Really? Even though someone is renting, if they get hurt opening their window in their rented place, the building isn't responsible for it?
Yeah, because that is in their own technically private space. In your own private space that you are renting, you are responsible for your own activities. However, if you get injured because of, circumstances in a public space, then yeah, that the building would be at least some degree liable.
What'd you get? Something fun?
Yeah.
The building and/or management.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm not about to swipe it. Promise.
How did they beat you up there when you took the elevator?
They can teleport!
Ready! Ooh, they really felt that!
How's this?
Your reckoning comes! Not bad!
Yeah, and apparently some of these people who've been living here for years upon years have been complaining about certain, other people who live here. Like, oh, hey, this person, smokes weed into their apartment and it keeps blowing into my apartment. And the building people are just like, okay, cool, what do you want us to do about it?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I on the one hand, I can see their point. Here's the thing, though. If the smoke is coming through the ventilation system,
Yeah.
then that's an issue for management. However, if it's coming from someone is smoking and it's coming through the window...
Apparently both.
Yeah.
Apparently, the person would, smoke their weed, at their stove with, the fan on, not realizing the fan doesn't actually blow outside. It apparently, just vented into the neighbor's apartment. And this lady was complaining to management for years, and after 7.5 years, they finally put up a notice hey, no smoking of any kind inside the apartment or on balconies.
Not that anyone follows that.
Can you resist my charm?
Chandra does! I mean, technically I do as well by not smoking, but...
Yeah, but I mean, guaranteed, the people who
people
are
still
doing
smoke in their
inside their
apartments
house
and stuff.
before,
I have walked out my apartment door, into the hallway, just to be hit with an undeniable stench of weed.
yeah. I sometimes smell it in the stairwell. Here.
Yeah.
Sucks.
But it's
Anybody
stories that,
hurt?
yeah, people just smoke weed in stairwells for whatever reason. And it's like... I don't remember those stories, back when I was, in school. Oh, yeah. The weed kids, they're smoking their weed, under the bleachers or in the stairwells or whatever. It's like, really? But those places are so grody. I remember one school in particular where, I guess, in order to not be caught or something, they would go, was it out the school, across a football field, sideways, not short ways, not long ways across, to go to some bleachers and smoke under the bleachers. Cigarettes or weed, I don't know which. I just heard smoking. But, closer to the school than those bleachers were, there was a little forested area. You could just walk into the forest and not be visible from the school. You could just walk into that little forest region and smoke there.
I'll just say this, at least they have the good sense to, not do it in the forested region, where there's a fire hazard for doing so.
Yeah, I mean, most months of the year, that forested region was a bit damp, but yeah. But it's under the bleachers, apparently there was also a fire hazard down there.
Oh yeah, the dead grass, I'm sure.
Yeah. Or one school I was in, there was, basically, school is obviously on a street. Across from the street, there was, a residential, just houses directly across the street from the school. which, you know, tends to happen. But then between two houses, there is a little, like, alleyway, so you could get, you know, from one street to the next street without having to go all the way around. All the way around consists of maybe an extra minute or two walking, because it's, like, 2 or 3 houses more you have to cross. Whatever. You know, a shortcut that I like to use because that was the most direct path to get back to where I lived, on the other side of town. However, that place was like the smoking pit, whatever. Everyone would just go there to smoke. I passed by there on some of like the really busy days. You could basically not even walk through. There are so many people just there in this alleyway smoking. And of course, the school doesn't like that because it's very visible. People would go pick up their kids and just see, oh yeah, there's like 30 or 40 smokers in there. So instead, the school had a great idea. I say great in quotes. They installed a gazebo. They installed a gazebo somewhat close to the school, but officially off of school grounds because they couldn't make it actually be on school grounds for legal reasons.
Damn.
And they encouraged all the smokers to, like, no, go to the smoking gazebo. Go smoke there. We'll be fine. If you go to, like, the smoker's pit, like, you will get in trouble. Like, you know, we will give you, like, detention and stuff, and if you keep doing it, we will get the police involved and potentially have you arrested for smoking in the smoking pit. Just go to the gazebo. From what I heard, I never actually saw the smoking gazebo. I never, you know, looked for it or anything. But I passed by the smoking pit a lot. They even locked off the smoking pit. Like, they installed gates. Someone installed gates for the smoking pit to keep people out for, like, a week. Then when it was opened up again afterwards, people went right back to the smoking pit.
Never underestimate an Oni.
Like, I don't know, are they just so desperate to smoke right there that they don't care about what else happens? Or maybe they're just all deaf and didn't hear the notice of, hey, you can get a... We will allow you to be arrested. Like, we will allow the police to arrest you if you smoke there. And then they're like, but they won't arrest me, right? Nah, they never arrested me.
You picked a fight with the
I barely even smoke it. I don't smoke maybe once a day. It's not like Johnny smokes a lot, who goes there like in the middle of class to smoke like a pack a day.
You did it! You seem stronger than ever now.
A pack a day? Is that like an elephant?
No, that's like the furry hump animal. You know, they make sweaters out of its wool.
A sheep?
No.
Well, what did you get? Let me see.
You
Show
know,
me at once.
and a pocket.
You do get the joke I was making, though, right?
There's an elephant that's the something like an apocrypha.
A term for, well, the term that, you know, covers, I believe, like elephants, mammoths, whatever. Pachyderm.
Me. So anyway.
Wow.
But yeah, people who smoke just really tend to just not care about other people. Or themselves.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because if they cared about other people or themselves, they wouldn't smoke. And, gosh, for years I heard it's like, oh, you can't say that sort of thing about people. Like, you don't know their situation. Maybe they do care about their health, but they just have a terrible smoking addiction they can't quit. Blah, blah, blah. Just stop smoking. Oh, it's an addiction. They can't quit. Just stop. Oh, they get, like, the tremors, the shakes, and it makes them physiologically need to get it. Just stop it.
Yeah, the thing is, there are definitely people who would say that's very cold of you, but quite frankly,
Watching a campfire
yeah,
is just so calming.
like, that's the thing. All of the, like, the ways that are supposed to make it, you know, easier, blah, blah, blah. Cold turkey, if you can, like, if you actually commit to it, would be the most effective method.
So, I have been told, and of course I don't know if this is true, but I've been told that even more so than, apparently, any drug out there, cocaine, heroin, meth, or, like, cigarettes, more than any drug out there. Again, this is what I've been told. Probably not true. The most, like, addictive thing to, like, just quit on is, like, soda. Like, there are people who've, like, stopped smoking cigarettes and who have also, like, stopped drinking soda and say that, without a doubt, stopping soda is harder than, like, stopping cigarettes. When I was 16, I heard from a teacher that there was, like, an experiment that they did in high schools, where they'd have half the class just stop drinking soda outright, and within a month they were already seeing, like, huge improvements to physical and also mental health from just simply not drinking soda anymore. They immediately saw huge improvements in themselves after just a month. And I'm here to let you all know that that is complete and utter nonsense. Like, I used to drink a ton of soda, okay? It wasn't just, like, a little bit. It was like, oh, I'm a little bit thirsty. Picks up a 2-liter of soda, drinks about half of it at once. Like, oh, yeah, that's good. Like, Azura, you know how much water I drink now? That's basically how much soda I used to drink.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me one over here. God, there was something I was about to say. Right. Why are you evicting everybody?
Oh, you see their output is only 3?
Oh. Oh, okay, so, like, new people will spawn in, and it's just like...
Yeah.
By evicting them, you're letting the RNG make it so that you can get better output people.
Yeah.
Wow. Such a...
You cannot upgrade people who already exist.
He's only a light eater.
I'm not evicting him, I'm changing his job.
Oh. Okay. Anyways, I need to use the bathroom. I will be right back.
Okay, so anyway. She's probably gonna be gone for the rest of the episode. It's too... Oh, no, here she is. Hi.
Hi, sorry.
Okay. So, right, as I was saying, but yeah, it is, like, complete and actual nonsense. Because I used to drink probably around at least a liter of soda, like, every day, essentially. And so one day I just decided, you know what? That's it. No more. And in the span of the next month, I only had 2 sips of soda. And that was because I was, like, choking on something and absolutely needed to drink something so I don't continue choking. Both times, it tasted totally gross. So, yeah, if you really like soda, just do whatever you can to just not drink it for 2 weeks. You'll start to realize how absolutely disgusting it is. But yeah, also, I noticed literally zero changes to my physical or mental health. And now I've been without drinking soda for, what's it been, 14 years? It has not helped, like, anything. They were supposed to do, like, a whole lot to help and blah, blah, blah. No, not it. Nothing. Nada. Yeah, that's why I say, like, if someone is addicted to, like, cigarettes and stuff, yeah, no, just stop. And it's like, who knows, maybe I just don't have as addicting of a personality as, like, I thought I did, or whatever, or maybe, you know, stopping drinking soda isn't actually as difficult as people make it seem like it is. It actually is very easy to do.
Well, I think the thing is that it's one of the more socially acceptable addictions. And that's part of the issue.
Yeah, if you drink a cigarette around non-smoke... If you smoke a cigarette around non-smokers, they'd be like, ew, cigarette, ew.
And if you drink it. But it's just like it's... Yeah. So
yeah, but if you drink a soda around people who don't drink soda, they're like, okay, whatever. I don't care.
Exactly.
Oh, what do you know? Output 1. Also timid. Yeah, I do feel kind of bad with all these people just being like, no, you have to leave, you can't stay here, but, like, if the people could just get better at their jobs, this wouldn't be such a big deal. But because people won't get better at jobs, I feel like I basically have to do it like this.
Never underestimate an Oni.
I owe you one.
But anyway, yeah. Wait.
Check it out! I got a Whopper!
I should really get back into doing VR again. VR is fun!
Wait, did someone in your just go to Burger
I'm
King?
getting tired.
What?
Someone in your game said they got a Whopper. Did they go to Burger King?
Oh, no.
Lady Kanata. Just what I'd expect from a god. I'd never struggle with something so simple. Huh? Oh.
You're just, like, playing with our hands. It's kind of cute. Okay. You know what? A whole new topic here. One of the really unfortunate stuff about these dating sim-esque games... Yeah. One big downside to dating sim-esque games is either A, you're introduced to all the characters, like, really relatively early on, so you just have a lot of characters to try to basically choose from, and it's like, okay, which one of these, like, 8, 10, 15, 20 characters
Okay, ready to kick
do you
some
want to
ass.
choose to date? Okay, well, here's a bunch of personality for everybody all at once, and introductions to everybody, and here's a bunch of names and faces and everything. And you just get overloaded with information right off the bat. Or they introduce the characters to you basically one at a time, like over
Much
time.
appreciated. You deserve 1,000 thanks.
So you might be all like, oh, hey, say this third character I met, that's the character I want to be with. That character looks like fun.
I'm
And it's like, oh no, turns out that, like, the 12th character is the one I actually want to be with. But I've already done, like, so many events, like, with the third character. I already have sunk cost fallacy with them.
I did it!
Or, like, say with this game, where
think
one of the
Our
dateable
eyes may
characters
have just met.
you meet after you beat the game. Might not, like, you don't necessarily even realize that they will be a dateable character until you beat the game. So you could already absolutely be married to someone before you even meet them. Not that this isn't
Lady
a
Kanata,
notably
you
long
always
game.
eat all your... Just what...
But that's still something that can absolutely happen.
Good night. Yes!
Yeah. People will be illegally smoking just outside the school, and yet I get in trouble for whatever nonsense the school wants to decide that I'm in trouble for.
Hello?
Oh, we're back on this topic again. Sorry, I was about to respond to the other stuff with the dating sim thing.
Oh, do you want us to talk about that?
Yeah. See,
Hey.
this is, I will say this. There's a particular dating sim that I played, gee, it was well over a decade ago at this point.
What?
I need to turn down the screen because it is, I'm having to yell over it. Give me a moment.
Awesome.
Okay. Where,
Yes.
and I think there's a few games that do this, but where
Let's do this.
there's like sort of an intro or like prologue chapter, however you want to call it, that does kind of introduce you to to everyone, but the
Indeed.
choices you make in there,
Yes.
like that aren't just, ooh, I'm spending time,
Sleep. Hey.
this flirting with this character or whatever, but it's just the choices you make in the beginning, account
You're
for
making
like
me blush.
and immediately put you onto like a character path. So basically, the game kind of takes your initial stuff and decides, okay, this is the character whose story that you're seeing, and like the game where it's intentionally designed for replayability. But yeah, with Rune Factory, having dateable characters that you don't meet until you've finished the plot.
All right.
I'm sorry, that is anti-replayability.
Oh yeah, you have to
Like,
beat the game in order to unlock stuff. So it's like, why play the game over again? Why did I think I... Oh my gosh, I thought I was playing Dark Chronicle for a moment. So yeah, why go through the whole effort of playing through the game again just for... Well, you have to do all of this just to get, like, this stuff. It's like... But why should I want
Like,
to?
I don't know if she's technically become an option for you yet, but we've not made any sort of, we've not been hiding the fact that Clarice becomes...
Yeah, I beat the game. She's here.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, I beat the game.
Okay.
I've unlocked her.
Okay, because last time I watched, you had also already beaten the game, but you had not gotten her available as an option.
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure she is the last one that you have, like, the option for.
Thanks.
But it's just like, yeah, like...
Thanks. Well? Yeah?
Just not... Like, is it worth it to try to do it again?
Like,
Just to
if
do
someone...
one
So, yeah. There are achievements for marrying each, like, individual, like,
Alright,
romance.
request accepted.
Yeah.
So, if one were to, say, start up a new game file just for each one of them individually, for a lot of the characters, you don't have to beat the game. You just have to either, like, get to their village, find them, maybe unlock them if they're a god. Then you can just romance them. Boop, 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 boop. Nice and easy.
Here's the important
Honestly-
question. At what point in romancing a character do you become unable to romance someone else?
Once you propose to them.
And
So-
at what level of parts does that happen?
Once you propose to them. You don't
Okay,
automatically
that doesn't
propose to
answer
them
my
at
question.
hearts. You can be 10 hearts with someone and still not be proposed
Okay.
to them.
Let's do this.
Okay, so then the thing to do is to just get everyone up to 10 hearts,
Alright, request
and then, like,
alright,
make a save,
request alright,
propose
Yeah.
to
request
one,
accepted.
etc.
Alright.
So that's
request
why I
can
have
reload
a
it.
save file for it before I told Matsui that I loved her. So I could jump in from that to then, go for everybody. Bring everyone up to 10, save in there again, and then go on with that. However,
see.
so yeah, most of the characters, I'd imagine that from a fresh, like, clean, like, new game, you could potentially get married to them, or at least you could reach proposal with them, probably within, like, an hour or two of
Yeah.
real time playing, if you really wanted to rush it. But Clarice, no. What the...
Yeah.
What was that? What the heck was that? I don't know what the heck that was. But yeah, because you have to actually beat the game. Everyone else you unlock relatively much earlier.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's just like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me the way that it's designed. The fact also that, Rune Factory seems to be a little inconsistent with this stuff. Like, look at Rune Factory 2. Like,
Yeah.
you have
to
to
get
romance
married.
somebody.
And that's when the game starts. After you get married to them and have a kid and build the school, which would normally be the end point for other Rune Factory games, is when Rune Factory 2 actually really begins.
Yeah. And it's just like, what?
Which
Like,
is
it
something
makes-
I probably would never have found out if I had played it, casually without knowing about that.
Oh, would you have just been in part 1 forever?
Yeah, because when I casually played through Rune Factory games, I don't think I actually ever got married. That was not really a part of the game that really interested me.
Okay, now imagine that, Rune Factory 2, like, you play it, you don't know about it, and it's like your first or second, no, your second Rune Factory game, so you're already familiar with the other format, and then you just think, oh,
never
wow.
get access to most of the game. There's like, the plot basically doesn't do anything. You're essentially in the tutorial forever. Because you don't realize, oh, I'm supposed to go and do like this stuff. Or I'm supposed to go and actually romance someone and get married and everything. You just don't know about that, so you don't do it.
Wow.
And so you just basically don't play the game.
And correct me if I'm wrong, in the second half, there is no, like, dating sim aspect to it anymore, right? Like, there's no one to romance? Yeah.
Because you're playing, like, a 5-year-old child. No.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it is... Yeah.
Quite a different game.
Not bad.
The thing is, trying to integrate dating sim, aspects into games, like, into other games, there's always stuff, weirdness, and, like, honestly, just look at the Persona games. Well, specifically 3, 4, and 5. I don't know if there was much of an aspect of it in the first two, but, well, here's... In Persona 3, if you are, like... There is no real difference between, the friendship path and the, like, dating path with basically all of the characters. But it just becomes so stupid is that if you progress to, I think past, 5 or 6 with more than one quote-unquote romanceable character, they'll get upset about it, and you have to, spend time to make it up to them. But if you've already maxed out your relationship with one of them, it doesn't matter anymore.
What are you looking for today? Well,
and as far as I can tell, doesn't really matter ever again.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Which, considering that the intent of it is that you're supposed to kind of max out your relationships with everybody for, like, the true ending, does mean that effectively you have to date every girl.
Hey.
It's a bit weird.
Well,
that is a bit
I don't remember how they handle it in Persona 4. I know that in 5, effectively...
Yeah?
Effectively, you are just friends with them throughout most of it. There's some tension, whatever, through it. And then near the end of, like, the end of the character plot line, you basically have to make a choice as to whether you want to officially be, dating them. But there's nothing stopping you from doing so with every single romanceable character. But, and here's, really, it just comes down to, like, I think 2 or 3 events in the game. I think there's one visit to, I think, Hawaii, where a couple of the characters you can technically choose to romance, date then, if you've specifically pursued them. If you're not already dating them, you can't spend time with them. Also, I believe on Christmas Eve, you can choose to spend time with one person that you've romanced, which means you have a lot of options if you've romanced everyone. But like, that nothing really changes based on who you choose. The only event where it affects it is the Valentine's Day event, which takes place after the entire, like, actual plot of the game. The only rewards from the Valentine's Day event is you get a unique, chocolate made by whoever you're romancing. And if you're romancing more than one person at a time, everyone who you don't, decide to spend time with on Valentine's Day, because you can only pick one, all comes the next day and is mad at you.
For not spending time with them, even though you're dating other people. Gosh. Dating sims that kind of, like, make it required that you basically have to date everyone to get the good ending. I feel like they miss the point of being a dating sim. Speaking of which, Doki Doki Literature Club.
Well, here's the thing. That's not really a dating sim.
I mean...
It really isn't. Again, it uses the dating sim format, like, in a very unique way, like, to... Basically, it is a horror game.
What do you... No, it's a dating sim. You do cute and weird poems for random girls, and then you can spend the weekend with the girl that you've been making the most poetry with, and start to learn more about her backstory and whatnot.
Anyways.
And in order to get the golden ending, you have to save the game, basically before you make your first poem, and then wind up making a poem for everybody to see everybody's weekend scenes on the same save file. To prove that you actually do care about everyone, and that's how to get the good ending.
Claire, please stop trolling your viewers.
That's how you get the good ending!
Claire, there is no good ending.
No, that's the good ending. Yeah.
Claire.
It is.
That's enough out of you.
I don't know if you're trolling or what, but no, that is how you get the good ending of Doki Doki Literature Club.
The game doesn't have multiple endings, Claire.
Yes, it does. It has the bad ending, the default, and the good ending, if you do all that.
Not bad.
It absolutely does.
Not bad.
Yeah, you're not very good at trolling, Claire.
I can't tell if you actually don't know, or if you're trying to troll.
Well, okay, important question. Are you talking the original, or are you talking, like, the weird updated re-release?
I thought it was in the original.
Because here's the thing. When you try to load, like, a save, like, after going through events, at the very least in the original, it doesn't work. That's a plot point. You can't.
Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, how to get the good ending. Yeah, you have to make poetry for each of them, get, like, their weekend scenes, and then go to the ending. There's the normal ending and the good ending. Doki Doki Literature Club has 2 endings. Plus some extra, like, Easter egg endings, if you mess with the game files. Like, if you start up a new game and then you delete Monica. That's not, like, a proper ending, it's just a little Easter egg. But no, there are 2 endings.
Good morning. Right. You there. What? What? Right. What?
Where is she? Okay, so he's here.
A fine. What is it?
Main issue with Clarice is trying to find her. Oh, there she is. Wait, she's not right here? Oh, there she is. She's hiding.
Good morning.
Hey, sir, we should totally play a dating sim together.
No. Okay. I did not know
You were
about
the
that.
first
I wouldn't so
person to
much call
treat
that
me as
a
an
good
equal.
ending as more of a
Everyone else
Easter
only
egg
treats me
ending,
with the greatest respect.
considering that really the main
Leaves me
difference is,
feeling
oh, you know, get a
cold.
letter from the developer. And nothing actually really changes in the plot.
Oh, I thought it did change.
Right. Yes?
But yes, I was right about something.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Yes?
God, you've barely started dating, or sorry, befriending Clarice.
It's hard to find her because she's all the way out in the Winter Village. Oh, what's this? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh!
What? What?
I got... Wait, what do you mean that didn't track the quest? What? Plant the sapling behind a dragon shrine, yep. Brew divine spirits, yep. Get a white plum tree branch, yep. Oh my gosh, so next episode we can propose!
Hooray! So are you going to do so, or are you going to raise up everybody's friendship so you don't have to so you can
Okay,
propose to everyone?
right, I forgot to actually mention it to you because we were talking about other stuff. In this game, even if you propose to someone and marry them and have children, you can, reset your fate, or whatever it's called, so you can still marry other people, which is done for purposes of if someone is playing through, so they can wind up getting the achievements for marrying everybody.
Oh, so they make it so you can do that. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Cool.
wind up doing that, but I'll have, my main save just with Matsuri, and then make an extra save and just everyone else.
I see. Do you get to keep the children from all the alternate marriages then?
That's a good question. I really don't know.
We should look into that.
But I'm going to save this game. I'm going to end it here. In the next episode, proposal, 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 proposal. What the... So I don't know if you're watching. But I found a weird visual glitch.
It just looks like you're spinning around.
Okay, sometimes when I spin, the character stops, like, running and just stands while spinning.
Briefly, yep.
You can't quite do it fast enough on keyboard, but if you spin around really quickly on the controller, you kind of just move. The animation just says, no thank you.